Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, AJ at Sexy in the City on Soy 6, coming to you somewhat live from Pattaya, Thailand. It's been about 2 weeks since I did a video. I was on vacation for a little bit and been busy, but I'm back. What we're going to talk about this time, some of you may have seen a video I did about this last year, but I'm going to give more of a refreshed and up-to-date version about this year's Songkran Water Festival. Songkran is the second busiest week of the year in Pattaya, Thailand. I'm sure many of you are planning a trip for it. I'm sure some of my regular viewers that live here are planning a trip to get out of Pattaya. First, let me go ahead and explain what the music festival, what the water festival is. So, the water festival falls in Thailand officially April 13th to the 15th every single year. That is countrywide. In Pattaya, it gets going nowadays about the 12th. And it finishes on the 19th. Yes, an entire week of water games and craziness. What Songkran actually is by Thai tradition is it's a Thai New Year. Now, while most of us celebrate January 1st, and the Thais do too, as they always like to party, the true Thai New Year is the 13th through the 15th. It used to fall on a moon cycle, but they decided, not that many years ago, but years ago to go ahead and set it at specific dates to make it more easy for everybody. Traditional Songkran actually entails things such as cleaning the entire house from top to bottom, having all the family come home. It's the biggest travel period of the year for Thais. Bangkok is essentially empty during this period except for tourist partying, as all the regular Thais go back to their home provinces and villages to enjoy the time with family, as this is the biggest family time of the year for Thais. On those 3 days, generally the first day, families getting together, eating, cooking, cleaning the house. The second day is generally time at the temple, showing respect to the elders and the monks by putting a very, very small amount of water, literally like this, on people's hands to show respect for them. That happens generally the second day of Songkran. The final day in the villages is light water play with the kids throwing buckets of water. The adults get involved a little bit, a big feast, and then everybody wishing a happy new year and good luck. There's also beauty contests, some animal contests and buffalo contests and things like that. It's a very serious and holy and religious festival celebrating the new year, and the reason they use water is water represents washing away your sins from the prior year. That is the traditional village Songkran. Pattaya, Bangkok, Phuket, and to a degree Chiang Mai are different. Pattaya being a party city, it is basically the wet Mardi Gras festival, if you're familiar with that in America. Now, every year it gets bigger, every year it gets crazier. However, I've been coming for the water festival now for 9 years. And I'll tell you, the police and authorities are doing a much better job of going ahead and controlling it. A couple things you need to know when you come here. You will get wet. 100% you will be wet the moment you step outside. Only way to avoid it, if you lock yourself in your room and don't go outside. Prepare for that. Don't go out in nice clothes. Don't go out with purses and bags. Anything you don't want to get wet, don't take out. I strongly advise do not take out your cell phone unless it's waterproof. Yes, there will be 20 to 40 baht waterproof pouches sold everywhere that you can put those phones and wallets in. I'm sorry, even the best ones I see, go ahead and get wet. I personally suggest a Ziploc bag for your money that you'll use for that day. Put that Ziploc bag inside one of the waterproof pouches and bring that out. Also keep a small copy of your passport with you, as always. I've said that in other videos. Leave the phone at home if you go around. I cannot tell you how many phones I have seen damaged during the water festival. Number 2, so besides knowing that you will get wet, in Pattaya it is 7 to 8 days of it. It does get draining. Now that being said, there's certain areas in Pattaya that are a lot crazier than others. Soy 6, Soy 7, and Soy 8 are the hot points for water play. And in recent years, LK Metro and portions of Soy Bulacau. If you really want to enter a full-on war and check on YouTube, look up Songkran 216, 217, Soy 7, Soy 8. You can see what it's like. Water flying everywhere, water pistols everywhere. Again, you will get wet. But if you stay away from those areas, there's less of a chance for you to get wet or as wet. with the big exception of the 18th and the 19th. The 18th, since the 19th starts at midnight, is an all-night water war. That is the big night for walking street. If you go out on the night of the 18th, you are guaranteed to go ahead and get wet on walking street, or pretty much anywhere in town. The 19th is a day that's difficult to describe. You'll need to look at some videos. The 19th is the biggest party I've seen in my life, and I've been to a lot of places. Basically, all the Thais get in pickup trucks all over Pattaya, all over the city. Wan Lay is what it's called, Day of Water. Everybody from 8-year-old kids to 97-year-old grandmothers play. A beach road is shut down to the biggest festival of the year with water slides, foam parties, concerts, you name it. Central Festival is probably the biggest peak of this and of that day for the water festival. On the rest of the days, the water festival generally stops at about 6 or 7 o'clock. In recent years, the police have done a really good job of dumping out water barrels, of telling bar owners to shut it down, of having people stop. In prior years, a big complaint was that they would be hitting you at night, hitting you at like 8, 9 o'clock at night. That's mostly done. I've had friends come out in the past 2 years that they don't get hit that much. The water itself, be aware that the water itself is often filled with ice, freezing water. That is difficult for a lot of people. But keep in mind, April and Songkran specifically is the hottest time of the year in Pattaya. Being American, it's about 100 degrees most days without a lot of wind. And that brings me to my next point. Although you'll be hit with freezing cold ice water everywhere, you won't feel the sun. Buy some quality, most of the ones in Thailand are not quality UV suntan lotion that does not come off with water, because otherwise you'll get some of the worst suntans that you get. I personally don't use it, but a lot of people swear by using earplugs because a lot of people get ear infections during Songkran. For me, just once or twice a day I use a Q-tip. I know, some people say don't do it. Get the water out of my ears, I don't have a problem. You will also have clay smeared over your face. It's a sign of respect. If somebody comes up to you and puts a little bit there, just smile, say Sabai Pi Mai, which means Happy New Year in Thai, and smile. Don't push them away, etc. if they do so. That's very important. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that a lot of people leave. It's not for everybody. That's 100%. It's a very busy week. In my opinion, it's awesome to see all the Thais having such a good time. Everybody's so happy. Everybody dancing, partying. But if you know you have a natural short temperament, you lose your shit easily, don't come. If you lose your shit, if somebody hits you with water, even in the face, and you get angry at them, you will become the biggest target. Everybody else will nail you. It could be a very unfortunate situation. Same as I tell people, if you can't handle your alcohol, if you can't handle getting wet, get out of town or come another time of year. It's just not for you. There are a lot of drunk people around. The prime times in the afternoon for Soi 6, 7, and 8 are about 2:30 till about 5:30. That it is absolute chaotic war zones. There's no real rules. It's just about splashing everybody with as much ice freezing cold water as possible. If you drink, you're a kid at heart. It's actually a lot of fun. It's fun to run around, fun to chase people. Again, if you've got a short temper, if you're a very serious person, if you don't drink alcohol, a lot of my friends that are non-drinkers find it very boring. You probably won't enjoy it. Another thing, it's for those of you, any foreign women that are watching this that may or may not be coming, it is not a time to take out the bikinis, to do wet t-shirt contests. That's disrespectful in Thailand and disrespectful to the spirit of the festival. In prior years, you saw a lot of that. In recent years, Thai authorities, including this year, have already released a notice specifically asking, do not dress sexy. The official outfit of Songkran, and they'll sell it everywhere, are flowered button-down t-shirts. Yes, for girls too. All the Thais will be wearing it. A lot of girls in the bar areas will be wearing probably halter tops. There won't be any bikinis anymore, but they will be wearing halter tops. Jeans I wouldn't recommend. Shorts are fine, board shorts are fine, swimming trunks are fine, but no thongs, no bikini bottoms. Final point, for men who want to walk around shirtless. I mentioned this before, generally being shirtless in Thailand is considered disrespectful or considered low class. It's tolerated in Pattaya. It's tolerated even more during the water festival, and you'll see a lot of it. I personally suggest wear a jersey or wear a mesh, a shirt that can get wet, no problem. It's up to you, but you'll probably be respected a little bit more. That's the water festival in a nutshell. There'll be lots of concerts, lots of events. There's always some big Thai artists and stuff playing concerts with it. Every day gets crazier and crazier leading up to the final day. Keep in mind, if you want to go out at nighttime on the 19th, the final day, a lot of places are closed. I'm open, by the way. I'll be here too. But a lot of places are closed, especially Walking Street, because everybody's quite simply too drunk to come into work. Have a very happy New Year. If you do come for Songkran, my last tip before we wrap up for this week. I would strongly advise don't drive a motorbike. Be very careful on the roads, even driving a car. Even being a passenger on a motorbike at that time of year is dangerous because people are using water guns. The really high-powered blue cannons you see are rare, but they still are out there, the PVC pipes, and they can, and I have seen, knock people off motorbikes. Do not get on a bike drunk. If you ride drunk during Songkran, it is a mandatory, same as New Year, 3 days in jail, including for tourists. You don't want to miss your flight, spend 3 days in jail, and pay 20,000 baht. If you come to town, have a very safe New Year. If you plan to leave for Songkran, have a safe flight to wherever you may go. I'll see you guys probably in a week, but possibly after Songkran. I may even make a Songkran video for you guys on GoPro. That's something different. You guys have a great one. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you soon.